Hello and welcome to the Talos Principle II, where we have left this puzzle and moving on to the next one. So, alright, let's go to 5 and 6. I really wonder whether these things are like the secret stars from the first game. In the first game you had sometimes these indications above the direction markers of stars that you could also collect. The stars would be either outside of the puzzles in the area or hidden in some puzzle, and often you would have to get things working together from different puzzles or find secret ways to do things to get the stars. So I really hope that's it, because I really want something like stars in this game. Those were the most interesting puzzles. What up? Just gonna look around. Can I get in the water? Yeah. So, lots of empty space. Wait, was there something here? No. There's something here though. Okay, Founding 1. Hypatia's Journal, Entry 1. From Hypatia's Journal, Volume 1. The founding of New Jerusalem, Day 1. We finally set out from the dam today. The site that Athena and Cornelius picked for the city isn't far, but the vegetation makes the going difficult. We found the secondary supply site easily enough, thanks to Alexandra Drennan's instructions. But while I still have to compile a detailed inventory, it seems that many of the more complex materials are in bad shape. They must have expected the simulation to fulfill its purpose a lot sooner. Yeah, they did. But then they probably expected all 12 of us to be there from day 1, not just Athena. Tonight we have to use the 2 recharging pods that we brought from the dam in 4-hour shifts, which is just as well. There's no telling what sort of critters are hiding in the undergrowth, and most of them will have to learn that our kind isn't edible. Baby steps. From the introduction to Are We There Yet? Where we came from, where we're going, and why you'll need snacks by Valerie Contera Romero. Sometimes people point at the last few hundred or thousand years of human history and say, look at how ugly it all is. Look at what a mess we've made. Maybe modernity was a bad idea. Maybe we should stick to living like cavemen. And I get it. It is ugly and messy. But the mistake is thinking that where we are right now is the end point. That this is the adulthood of the human species. I mean, try to apply what you know about human development to human history. Think about babies. Babies are ugly. Admit it. We all know it. They look like tiny old people covered in mucus. They have soft heads. They grow into children, tiny sociopaths with underdeveloped brains. And then they become teenagers, pimply, self-righteous lunatics driven by hormones. And then, slowly, if you're lucky, they gradually become adults. The development of the human individual is always ugly and messy, but that's the point. It's development towards something. The same applies to humanity as a whole. On a geological scale, we've barely just come into existence. We've gotten through the baby phase, just about survived our childhood, but we're barely teenagers. Stooping here would be disastrous, and a betrayal of everything that we could still become. We may feel the weight of history on our shoulders, but this is just a prologue. To put it in pop culture terms, We haven't even made it out of the tutorial yet. Just because it's all pimples and hormones and frustration right now doesn't mean it's never going to change. That's a very hopeful sentiment. And it's fun to assume truth in it, but I don't know if an analogy can be drawn between the life of human and our evolution in general. For sure, the humanity in this game has already died in its teens or baby phase. Dead City. The Dead City. From Considerations of Beginnings and Endings by Elwin. Oh, that's number 258. I think all the time that Advina spent in the Dead City changed her. I don't think she had conceived of the goal before. I think she believed fully in the naively optimistic ideas of Alexandra Drennan. But walking through those ruins is a visceral experience, and she spent a great deal of time there looking for resources. It's the sheer amount of death that gets to me. How many animals our ancestors killed, many to the point of extinction. Entire species eradicated, sometimes for the most superficial reasons. Whenever humans arrived somewhere, death would follow. And then the great blowback, the death of billions of thinking beings, the extinction of humanity itself. It's too horrific to truly imagine, but I suspect the founder spent a great deal of time doing just that. That's when she must have realized that there was no way back to the growth-obsessed, all-consuming civilization of the past. Yeah. This is a grim view of what humanity is, but also one with truth in it. Alright, let's do number 4. Alternative option. So we have an RGB converter. There is the solution, we need green. There's a cube. And a fan that's not working. Oh, I see. Again, really easy. I really hope it will become harder. Wait, but I can't. Can I target it? No. Oh, okay. So that's a problem. Maybe it's not that easy. I can't target them through the glass. Wait, but I can keep the configurations, so that's fine. Hold on. Still easy. Keep connections. Alright. Byron.
Tell me, what did you make of New Jerusalem?
Feels like a museum. Yeah.
That's what happens when all you can think about is the past. We had such ambitions in the beginning, but now it's all turned inwards. We've lost faith in ourselves, in our humanity. All we need to do now is finish that dome and we'll be trapped in our perfectly neat little tomb.
Yeah, let's ask you a question.
Of course, ask away.
What's the role of puzzles in our culture?
When Alexandra Drennan was trying to find a way of creating true AI, she stumbled upon the idea that curiosity and playfulness are core characteristics of intelligence. So she built the simulation around a game, because playing is part of what makes us human. We also retain some of that code, as I'm sure you noticed when you were booting up. Because of that, puzzles have always been important to our culture. To me, they represent the idea that the application of reason can lead us forward. None of which explains why these puzzles are here or who built them, but I think it shows that there must be some kind of intent behind them, perhaps a test.
Well, it makes sense. What do you think about the megastructure?
It's a mystery. Not just because it's technologically far ahead of us, but because we genuinely don't understand its purpose. And I think that's wonderful. It's just what we needed as a civilization.
Okay. Tell me about yourself.
I'm someone who was born a long time ago, when we couldn't afford to romanticize the past and demonize progress, when the value of human civilization was evident because it was so close to being gone. I'm someone who believes that human beings are important, terribly, desperately important, because intelligent life is rare and precious. I suppose you could say I'm old-fashioned.
But you're progressive. You and Alcatraz seem to have an odd friendship.
Because we disagree on just about everything, you mean? Well, here's the secret. Al is honest. He believes what he believes because it seems right to him, not because it gives him power over others. I respect that. In fact, I prefer that to someone who agrees with me just because I'm one of the first companions.
Makes sense. That's all. So, yeah, let's go to 6 and 7. Hopefully figure out the star. And there's a gate of some sort. Let's go check out what that is. Will that open?
Another set of golden gates. These must be connected to the ones near the megastructure.
There was a harder set of puzzles in the simulation, right? And maybe they're like that. I know 1K is probably like, yay, harder puzzles. But to
Yes.
me, that sounds like error code 704. No thanks.
I got some new stuff. Yeah. An additional set of puzzles protected by golden gates that can't be accessed yet. Assuming there is some kind of logical pattern to all this, those gates will probably open up once the correct conditions are met. Does that mean solving all the other puzzles, or maybe something else as well? Hard to know at this point, so perhaps something we should prioritize much later. Who knows? Yeah? Yeah, that's the device the things fly into. It'll make a bridge. Sure. Tempo, astronomy team. Okay, some social media. What's 1K like? Hey, I'm curious, has anyone actually met 1K? By the founder's Pistons. I hope he's interested in mechanical engineering or something. We desperately need more people to keep this city functional, so we Don't have to rely on Melville to repair the stuff that Pellegrino fixes. Hey! Remember when you fixed the door to the mayor's office? How long was Herman stuck in there? You trap one mayor in his office for a week and you're marked for life. I hope he's an artist. What we really need is new stories, new ideas to lift our spirits. You know, if we just kept growing, we wouldn't have to worry about this, and we wouldn't have to imprison poor 1K in a cage of expectations. 1K will be whatever the progenitor intended him to be, and whatever the founder foresaw when she established the goal. He's really interested in history, which is an excellent start. Some of you could learn a thing or two from his attitude. I don't see a contradiction between engineering and art. You're right, of course, it's a false dichotomy. There's no need to feel pressured, 1K, I was just curious. But without power and resources, there's no art, just saying. 1K, we met in New Jerusalem, if you remember. I spoke to my friends. This whole mysterious island expedition thing has the city a bit on edge. I have some questions for you before I make any introductions. You consent to my gathering and sharing of your personal data? What am I signing up to? My friends just want some assurance that you're the right kind of person. If you want to know what's really going on, you'll have to play along. Oh yeah, that's 666. You can back out at any time, but if you don't engage with the process, then, well, you won't get to engage with the process. I consent. Yeah, I consent. 6 questions. Which is more important for making good decisions, compassion or knowledge? That's... I reject the terms of the question. I know it's difficult to translate our infinite reality into binary language. Nonetheless, I suggest if you have any natural inclination towards either idea, you answer that way, even if it's not strictly correct. But if you insist, I'll communicate your apathy to my companions. Well, knowledge. Knowledge makes the best rational decisions, and compassion makes the best emotional decisions. I guess knowledge can also make the hard decisions that are sometimes necessary. But without compassion, what would we be? We'd be merely machines. Still, sometimes you have to go against fears, against insecurities, against negative emotions to move forward. I'll take knowledge. Thank you. Question 2. Is it ever okay to lie or misdirect in order to keep a secret? Yes. I see. My friends will be most interested in this particular answer. Question 3. When people do wrong, do they deserve to be punished for it beyond what is necessary for our own protection? I dislike the question. I would guess metaphysical. In your opinion, can the world be reduced to mechanical parts, or is existence just weirder than we'll ever really know? I think there is a set of laws, but as has been proven many times, more recently in last 5 years, that some things just don't add up. So it's both. Can things really change for the better, for good? Or do good times and bad just come around in cycles? It's a false dilemma. Which is more important to the success of civilization? To respect the lessons of our past, or to rewrite the rules for our future? It depends. It depends. Oh, I got a last minute addition. It's a weird one. I know who this one came from. Alright, question 7. Can praying for something make it more likely to come true? No, prayer has no effect on the world. Okay, he'll forward my answers to his friends and let me know if any of them is interested in taking things further. Cool. Right, let's go to 5. Through the door. That's a normal connector. We need green here. We have a jammer that I cannot take through. And there is a RGB converter combinator, or whatever it's called. So we have red here. Why do we have red? Oh yeah, red, blue, green. Right. We have the RGB thing. What can we do with the jammer? Ah, I see. Get the RGB thing. Converter. Anything else here? Doesn't look like it. Wait. Yeah, take the normal connector here. Right, no, this needs to stand here. Is there any way I can see it? See both? No. Oh, but I can jam that door. Then it's fine. What? Oh. Group call.
I have good news and I have bad news. Still no idea what those particle clouds are, but I've managed to fix the transport system. I mean, I fixed another bit of it. Well, it goes to one more station now. Don't complain. 2 stations are better than none.
I wonder what's waiting for us there.
Whatever it is, we better be careful. The sheer amount of power required to run this place makes me nervous just to think about it.
Let's not make any assumptions. Yakut, what does the next site look like?
It's a plateau in the mountains. Seems like more of an open area with scattered structures, less enclosed. Couldn't tell much from the drone feed. There's a lot of trees. Looks pretty, though.
Okay. Keep exploring, everyone, but stay alert.
Okay. Let's go to 6. Here. Seven and 8 is there. Right. Alternatives. We got an RGB converter and another one. This is green now. Green and blue. It's red. Oh. That just goes back. Blue. Wait, do I need blue and red? Yes. So I need red and green. Oh crap. Wait, let's think about how we set this up. Keep connections. We need... No, we actually need green. But can we make that from 2 other ones? We do have 2. So blue is red and green. You got red right here. But I can't connect. Red and green is blue, but I also need the red beam from here. Wait, no. Hold on. This, yeah, okay. This, and this. Then, we got red and green, that makes blue. Okay, blue and green makes red. There we go.
I hate solving puzzles myself, but watching you solve them is kind of fun.
Alright, I will end the episode here. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.